Okay, so we got some more Champions League volleyball here, and it's Halkbank Ankara from Turkey versus Projekt Warszawa from Poland. Two pretty dang stacked teams. So on Ankara, we have Micah Ma'a, we have Leal from Brazil. Koi, I think he's from the Netherlands. I can't remember. Some really good players on this team. But then on Warsaw, we have Kevin Tillie, who is the French. Whoa, the French outside. Sorry, that was a weird yawn. And then just a bunch of names that I don't know. Very good players, though. They're a pretty good team in the Polish league, so this should be a pretty good game. 3-1 victory for Ankara, which makes sense. Ankara, I think, probably has the highest or like the biggest budget in the Turkish league, but I could be wrong. Ooh, Leal. If you don't know who he is, he's the Brazilian outside. He's very, very good, but that right there, he got caught off guard or something right there. I don't even know. This float serve's just going right through their hands right now. Maybe he's putting a bunch of sweat on the ball. I'm not sure. I think Micah Ma'a has been actually serving really well this year. I remember watching another one of his games, and yeah, he went on a few good serving runs, and I mean for a small setter, I mean he's an athletic setter of course, but he's somewhat of a smaller setter. Uh, Him being able to go on serving runs is very important for his team. Anyone that can go on serving runs, get out of the way, guy. What are you doing? Sit down. Anyone that can go on serving runs is good. Um, Serving runs will get you games, you know. Not sure where this middle's going. Maybe he's thinking that it's over the top. That's tough. And I mean, if you're guarding this type of combo, I really would not do what this guy did, where he steps over like that. I would rather wait and then be late on the over the top of the route, the over the top. Because going like that, that's just giving him a free net. It's an easy point right there. Who's the setter? Fearley. I don't know who he is, but I assume he's pretty good. Little joust ball here. And right here, this tip, I mean, if possible, tipping this downward, even just flicking downward at the end of this, I think could really help that ball drop. Ooh, Micah Ma'a. Messes up a free ball there. Give it to Leal. Yep, of course. Yeah, this is what Leal does, man. He goes OT, he swings hard. He's a really good player. And Tillie, that's what he does right there. He dimes everything. He's just a really good passer. He's a phenomenal O2. Like someone that can just control the chaos, dime every ball, play good defense, make few mistakes. He's a very good player. Really good run there. Really good swing. I mean, just being able to take that. I mean, I've said this before, but this gap right here is going to be open a lot. Unless they're jumping out to you, which if you have a pretty good offense, if you have good teammates who can also get kills, then most of the time that blocker is not going to come out and stand right in front of you. If that blocker comes out and stands right in front of you, then the 5 spot will usually be your thing. But if not, then you're going to need to turn it like that there. Really nice swing again. Again, these guys are taking real nice swings. It's a good start to the game. It's 8-8. This is the guy that I was... Sola? I don't know. I don't remember who these guys are. But good players. I mean, it's the Polish league. Polish league's a very competitive league. Ooh. Getting crazy. Making people jump. I think this is actually underrated. Like setting someone right there. Or like jumping and making somebody jump. And passing this overpass. I think it's underrated. I think not enough people do it. It forces someone to jump. If you do it every time, then yeah, it's stupid because then the guys are just not going to jump with you. But I mean, why not, man? Out of system again. And taken out of 6. Good play right here by Koi. I think he's from the Netherlands. I could be wrong. But he's taking this out of the 6 here. He's going against the triple block, tipping it right in the bucket, challenging somebody to make a play, and they're in a chaotic situation now. You know, tips are also underrated. I think you have to accept certain situations. Who's this off of? Yeah, I think that's probably off that guy. Makes sense. Koi ripping another serve there. Right in the seam. Looks like it was inbounds, though. Let's go. Real nice. Keep hitting seams. Aim for seams, folks. If you're serving a spin serve or a float serve, honestly, always go for seams. Or at least try to. You know, this one right here, he goes down to go angle. I think he goes in between the blockers, it looks like. But, like, he's passing the ball there, approaching from inside the court, and falling away. The only thing that might help him swing sharper crosses to get a little bit of a more rounded approach so that he's going forward instead of drifting away from the ball, you know? It's a small detail, and if he can still get the kill, then it doesn't really matter, in all honesty, you know? This serves here. Spinner. Good take by this libero. Look at, this is like the half court line right here on this guy's right foot. And then this libero is taking all of this space. He's covering all of that. Please, liberos, do this all the time, dude. Do this all day. Cover a ton of space. It's your job, you know? And also, be the communication leader as well on serve receive, too. Like, hey, this serve's going to go here, whatever. Adjust over here, let's pass forward. Hey, once he tosses, let's shift this way, whatever. Like, you're the guy, you're the brain. You're the brain for those serve receive plays, you know? And, you know, the cleaner you get with your fundamentals, the crazier you can start to get with, like, covering more space, but also making adjustments on serves. Doing, like, some show and take work where, once he tosses, we're going to switch and I'm going to go over here because I think he's going to serve you, you know? But, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think it's a huge part of the game that could really get explored a bit more. Short serve, easy money there in system here. Let's see. Good reverse. Good choice because everything's getting moved forward. You got 3 routes over here. That means that's 75% of the pressure, let's say. I mean, obviously it's going to be slightly different because it's like whoever's prime hitter or whatever. But, like, let's say 75% of the hitters are on this half, approaching on this half. So, of course, this middle is going to kind of bite over here. Boom, one-on-one, easy money. You know, but you can't, if you want to hit this guy, if you want to set this guy, then yes, this is a great choice right here. But if you want to, early game at least, if you want to set your outside, then cramming all of the hitters over on the outside side is not a good idea at all. Leal takes it with his hands there, and he swings low. Brutal. If you're swinging low, you're going to get caught. If you're swinging low, you're going to get caught in a tough situation. He does it again. Same exact swing. That is just about the same exact swing right there. Maybe a little bit higher, but still. It's just about the same exact swing. What are you expecting? You just got blocked on it. Don't do it again. Like, this right here is way better. Just swinging higher. Off the hands. You know, that's all it is. Short serve by Micah. Gets the overpass. Let's get a kill. Very nice. Very nice. And, like, yeah, if you can get the kill, if the setter's back row, then do it, you know. But, and yeah, Micah Ma'a, man, he's serving well. Serving well this year. At least the 2, maybe 3 games that I've been able to watch of him this year, he's been serving well. I don't think I've been able to see too many of them. Halkbank, Ankara, I don't think they really stream many of their games on volumetrics here. But, I mean, when it's Champions League, whenever they're crossing over with a team that uses volumetrics, it's always on here. So that's why it's nice to have the Champions League games on here. Good run. Goes in between these guys. He steps over. It's a good move by the middle. And like he has to do it early too. If you see the setters, if you see the ball is very in front of the setter like this, let me turn my brightness. If you see the ball's really in front of the setter like this, usually on the checka, like right here, then you can usually take that step over and know that it's going to be one of these two guys. Like really, it's really hard for him to set like that straight up, but it's even harder, like almost impossible to set when it's in front of you like that to get back there, you know, if it's far enough in front of you. But depends on the play. Well, we got some crazy stuff. Kick saves and such. Come on. Oh, come on, what's happening? What is going on right here? What is he thinking? What's he thinking going on? Is he watching the play? See, the thing is right here, this is why it's important to make sure you're watching the players. Like, you're not just seeing the ball. Oh, the ball's coming towards the net, so I must jump. You have to see who's going to go for it. Like, if you're seeing this guy standing here, he's not going to jump, okay? But if you see this setter going up like he's going to hit it, then yeah. But, like, this is not an approach that he's trying to hit, you know? Like, watch this setter here. That's why it's important to watch the body language. He's prancing over here. He's walking over, and that middle jumps for no reason, pretty much. You got to watch people's body language, too. You know, and some people get really good at lying with their body language, but most of the time that's how you read the play. And, you know, I've actually heard from some players that, like, what they get taught is to watch the body instead of the ball. Like when they're playing defense, to watch this guy's body instead of tracking the ball. Like see where the ball's going, but instead of watching, like when he's about to hit it, like right here, to watch his body, like to switch from focusing on the ball to the body to see where his body language is going, you know? Because the body language is usually going to tell where he's hitting before he actually contacts the ball, you know? So if you're playing defense, try that out. Try that out while you're peppering. You can do that while you're peppering. You can just try that out and see like, oh shoot, maybe this does really help me. Like I can see where this guy's hitting so much easier. Or like if you're doing coach on one defense or like whatever it may be, test it out. Because some people might do that already. Like some people just track the body language in the corner of their eye, whatever. But if you can see the ball in the corner of your eye, the ball's not going to move anything. The ball's not going to change. The trajectory of the ball is not going to change until somebody contacts it. But somebody's body language is going to change because they have full control over it. But while the ball's in the air, then the ball's not going to move or change or do anything different, you know? So once you see where that ball's going and you know where that ball's going to be, then usually you should switch your attention to the guy's body language, you know? Like right here, he sees where this ball is, and then look at where his eyes are. He starts tracking the guy instead. Obviously not the best situation. He didn't get a block, but still. And let's see on defense. Let's see what he... So I think Leal sees where this is, and then I think he just switches eyes there. It's such a small detail. I don't think you can really see. You can't really tell for sure, but it seems like that's exactly what he just did. Ooh. And you know, if you're alone like this, and like you wouldn't help with any of these guys, go up with a full move, not like a small move like this. Don't go slow. Go up and get that dude. Go up and freaking get him, you know? And like this one arm move, first of all, try to not do one arm moves, because if he swings here, if he swings any of this, then it's fully open now, okay? It's just going to take more space away. You can still go like that. You can still reach this far if both of your hands are up. You know, it doesn't really make a difference. But try not to go one-hand moves. That's all I'm really trying to say. Just try not to. It's, you know, sometimes it could look cool. If you actually get one, it could look really cool, but odds are it's not going to be worth it. Oof. See, this would be a really nice swing. If it didn't hit the tape, it would be a really nice swing. it's kind of a high risk swing, but if you're comfortable enough with it, then it's not really that big of a deal. But could be a nice swing. Definitely something to have in your arsenal. Gosh, everybody's doing reverse floats these days, man. Everybody's doing it. I think everybody should. I think everybody should be doing it here and there. At least just having it. Maybe once in a game, twice in a game, something. But like right here, look at how low he contacts this. Maybe it's not that bad. But I mean, I feel like his body language, when we're talking about body language, I feel like he gave it away. You know, like I'm not scared of him. Part of the reason why a reverse float is aggressive and like it works is because I'm scared for you. I'm scared that you're gonna go up and rip it, but then I'm surprised when you float it, you know. But if I'm seeing that you're floating it, I'm like, oh, okay, sweet. I'm just gonna go past this with my hands, you know. Out of bounds. Spin serve. Look at where he lands, man. Look at where he lands. He lands really far into the court. Like you should be tossing this ball up there so that you can go be athletic. Like you can see some of Simeon Nikolov's serve. Like some of his serves, he tosses that ball so far into the court. And he's blasting it. Like he is absolutely destroying the ball most of the time. Like he's hitting like 78-mile-an-hour serves or something like that. I don't know what his average is, but I've seen one where someone said he hit one at 78. Good run by Micah Ma'a right here. Being able to find this window is real nice. Keeping him in fret, keeping him tighter to the net, letting that dude go be athletic. And with a lefty, it's better to miss inside on the right side. But with a righty, it's better to miss far, in my opinion. Okay? Because it's just easier for them to go in and, you know, I don't know, it's not that complicated, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, from my experience, I think it's easier to set a lefty right side. Just way easier. Just like I feel like they have bigger windows on the right side, you know? Oh my gosh, everyone's freaking out. First of all, I think somebody else should be trying to take this ball instead of Micah Ma'a so that Micah Ma'a can run his offense and that they're not out of system. Second of all, I think this 6 spot should go up and either swing at it or do something, but they're figuring this out now, finally. But again, same thing. Like, if this dude's a righty approaching here, he is not reaching this ball because that is. He's gonna have to go like that. Yeah, he's not reaching that ball. Okay, it's gonna be a weird one, and he's gonna have to jump sideways because of that. But that guy can just kind of reach, you know, or like move his feet in. Yeah. I don't know. There's some lean. There's a leaning aspect to it as well with a righty, but I don't know, that's just some random stuff. Oh, right down the line. Yeah, I don't know. Is Leal, is he a serving target? I assume he's a serving target, but is he a serving liability or like a receiving liability, so to speak? Going outside here. Hey, and like right here, he gets one, he gets off, he transitions. And you got to be patient right here. You got to be patient. Because look at how he has to stop himself and then go. And he gets the kill because he still rips and takes a smart swing, swings high and hard. But if he can just delay from here to here, from here to here, instead of trying to go fast and having to stop himself there. But it's definitely better to stop yourself here than it would be if he had to stop himself here. You know what I mean? Hopefully you guys get me. Hopefully y'all are on the same page as me. I don't know. I don't care. If you guys need something, put it in the comments. I'll answer it. I'll make a video. I'll do whatever y'all want. I am here for you guys. Okay? You guys let me know what you need. You guys let me know if you want me to watch some college games, your games. I don't care. Honestly, I would do that. I would watch your game. If you give me your name, I'll watch you. I'll watch film on you. I'll do a full film breakdown, and I'll put it on YouTube for free. Unless there's like a billion people that want that, and then I'll actually have to get paid for that. But I don't care. I got too much time on my hands. Time the free ball, going to the outside, letting the outside reach. This is nice. I mean, I don't know. This is the right side. Yeah, I think this is the right side here. But letting him go up and be big, especially against a Micah Ma'a. Like Micah Ma'a's, this is a decent block move by Micah Ma'a, but he's just not as long as a lot of the other setters, He's not the biggest setter there is. He's not the smallest setter there is either, and like certain plays, this is a communication thing right here. Like this is really good communication. There's no guessing. He knows that this guy's going fast. He knows that he's setting him fast, There's no mixing up. And that's why communication is extremely important. Because you don't want to be going fast and the setter thinks that you're going slow and then you're just giving them a free ball, Dropping the hands. People, drop the hands. Stop dropping your hands, people. How much? I would love to know the percentages of how much dropping someone's hands actually works. Also, don't dump it when that middle is right in front of you. If that middle is right in front of you, set your middle, okay? Because he's gonna be spacing. Like if he's right in front of you, like right matched up on you, don't be doing this, okay? Obviously, you have to be able to feel it, whatever. But if he's right in front of you, set the middle because he's gonna have some space. He's gonna be able to take space right here and swing right here, okay? Yeah. You gotta. I mean, as a setter, if you want to be an offensive setter, you need to have a good feel for who is over on the other side of the net and where they are, You need to have a really good feel for that because you gotta time it. You gotta time it when you're gonna be in between people. You gotta time it so that you can jump high. And like if they're gonna be up with you and you wouldn't be able to score on it, then you can set somebody else. You gotta be able to have a good feel for where people are gonna be at. Also, you could see it too. You could, instead of just basing it on feeling it, you could also see it. But what a crazy play right here. That's why it's nice to just be in there. Who knows? Some stuff like this sometimes happens, Be in there and cover. Why not? Ooh, short serve by Micah Ma'a. It's a tough time to go after that. If you don't feel comfortable, if it's late game, you're down 24-22, and you're like, okay, hey, if I miss my serve, then we're done. Do the serve that you're comfortable with that's still aggressive, and I heard someone talking about this too, on the Pits Pro podcast. They were talking about how, it's 24-22, I just got to get my serve in, I'm going to go soft. But you don't practice that. That's not what you practice. Do the serve that you practice. Do the serve that you're comfortable with doing, because doing a soft serve is not what you usually do. Like, you don't practice that. Nobody does. Practicing a short serve, yeah, of course you practice that. If you feel comfortable with it, do it. But if you go back there and you're like, oh, maybe it might work if I go short. I don't know if I'd hit it. Don't do it. Okay? Once you get that thought, be like, no, I'm gonna do the serve that I always do, and I'm gonna do the serve that I'm confident with. Good choice by Tillie. This ball is coming from over here. Why would he be waiting out here to try and approach to a ball that is almost never going to get all the way out here? So he's getting himself inside, getting his footwork all the way over. He's hitting this ball. He's hitting this ball all the way past the halfway mark. Okay, but yeah, he's still able to get his feet there and take a nice swing. Obviously, it doesn't score, but it's way better than putting over a free ball. You can't expect your teammates to always be able to set you a perfect ball. You have to kind of hedge your bets and like, oh, it's way over there. Okay, it's probably going to be an inside ball if he's setting me. And Tillie's done this almost every single time I watch him. It's the dig gets up there, he's right here. The ball goes in front of him, he goes up and swings. Got to be ready to swing at all times. If that ball's gonna get up there and go tight, boom, you got to go up and swing. You know, if that setter's not gonna be able to go up and get there. You know, I had one. I tried to do that once, and then I got terrified because my setter was starting to run over. But yeah, maybe just call it. I don't think I called it. I might have. No, I think I did, but I still got terrified because I mean it was the first time I'd ever played with that guy. It was one of my first weeks being in the gym that I'm in now, and I just tried to go up and do it, and then I saw the setter coming over, and I was in the air, and I was just like, oh my god, and I hit the ball way out of bounds because I got terrified, I got scared, I got scared. You know, and I don't know, I see so many people approaching from here when that ball gets pushed anywhere off of perfect, honestly. I'm still not sure how I feel about it yet. You know, I feel like it's an it depends type of thing. Where if it's one way, maybe it's better to do this. If it's the other way, maybe it's better to do this. You know, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, and this is a great situation to really round out your approach and really just approach towards that sharp cross, because this sharp cross is going to be open so often. First of all, it'll be open if this guy goes up with the middle, because when he's hitting it, obviously this guy's down because he just jumped with that guy. If he doesn't jump with that guy, he's usually going to be waiting and then jumping halfway, and it's just not going to be a big block. So that sharp cross is still going to be there. Okay. So like when this gets condensed over here, pass gets moved forward, it's still high, it's still in system. Really go after that sharp cross, man. And you got to round out your approach for it so that you're approaching towards that sharp cross. Koi. I don't know how to pronounce it. Really not sure. Oh yeah, it goes after the fingers here. I don't know if he hits it. Let's see. Oh no, he missed. He missed the fingers. I like going for it sometimes though. I mean, if you can go for that but still go inbounds, that's a great play. But who knows? Who knows? You're not always able to do that. Sometimes the block is just too big. And, you know, this is a nice cross body swing here. Look at where he finishes his arm here. It's on his opposite hip, you know. Like they're hitting the opposite hip. Real nice, real nice. We're in the third set here. We got 6-11. Ooh, hello. It's a pretty good block move. It's just off the fingers, you know. And like this is a fine touch, as long as maybe this guy has to trust that he can get a good touch on him a little bit more, so that he gets deeper and gets those off the hands digs, you know, even on the 5 spot. Maybe that other guy needs to see the play better and drift over there, so he's taking that line. Who knows? Who knows? There's a bunch of stuff that could always happen. Oof. Lefty spinner. Good. I would say this is, like, I know Kevin Tillie, he loves to pass. He's great at passing. But I would say that this is his ball, and it's okay if it takes him out, you know? Oh, yeah. Good stuff by the libero, just to sit in, be fearless in these situations. You got to be fearless with it, because if you're paying attention, even if you do get hit in the face, it's going to hurt for 5 minutes, first of all. It's going to be awesome if that ball stays alive. But also, like, if you're paying attention, you're not going to get concussed. You'll be fine. You'll be just fine. This is the unfundamental stuff that I'm talking about. When I'm talking about, like, the French passers and stuff, look at how he finishes his hands. It's not like he's holding his platform or anything. He's taking power away from it, and he's finishing his hands literally behind his body. You know, like, you're going to have certain situations where that happens. But then it's a dime. It's an absolute dime. Again, this is kind of what I'm talking about right here. Again, he jumps with him. Sharp cross is still open. Even though Micah Ma'a tries to take that sharp cross. Bang. It's still there. It's still there. when that ball gets moved real tight. Ooh, hello. But then, I mean, yeah, and it's easy to go. It's easy to go line if it's like that too. You know, Micah Ma'a gets one, and this one's he tries to go for it. He tries to go for that sharp cross again. Micah Ma'a just gets his fingers on it, just stops it real quick. Great block by Micah Ma'a. Real good press with that left hand. Precipice. Leal. Oh my gosh, they're dominating them now. It's 18-8. 18-8. I think they dominate them for the other two sets. The third and fourth, I think they kind of take care of business. Could be wrong. What's happening with the camera? What's happening with the camera? Why is it getting all choppy? It got choppy for a play. It's gone now. Float serve. Good pass. Let's see this one more time. Look how he leans over. He leans away from the ball. Pops high. Oh, it's beautiful. Nice pass. And these guys are going for that cross, and they're all blocking cross right now with that inside hand of the blocker. Look at how he gets this hand on it. He has to press that ball real well. Press that hand real well. If he doesn't press that hand, he's not getting that block, and that ball's scoring on them most of the time. They're really shaking this camera now. Going crazy. He's got to get that cover. They want him to get that cover, that's for sure. Yeah, and Micah Ma'a's gone over the top, I think, every time that he's gone forward like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It's a safe bet. It's a good run. Except if you have a good double block in front of that three, it's kind of tough to figure that out in front of that gap. It's a really nice swing. Once they leave that open, take it crossbody. And like it's important to see where he's facing here. See where he's facing. He could go straight forward, swing straight forward, and just blast it. That's why it's important for outsides to start to swing from over here, pretty much come at an angle, because then they can swing forward and it's inbounds, and then they can go crossbody like this, which is easy. You know, it's much easier than going thumb down. So that's much easier right there. Yeah. Hello. He goes right underneath the block here. You know, and sometimes that'll definitely work. Against big blockers, that'll work. That'll work sometimes. You know, with these bigger blockers, I'm not telling the young guns to do this, but with pros, if you're doing this, sometimes it really is the best swing. If you're going against big blockers, sometimes it genuinely is the best swing to try and bounce it underneath of them. If I'm playing against Mickey Leto, I'm trying to bounce underneath his arms all day. You know, genuinely, because he's gonna have to leave so much space. If he doesn't, then I'm hitting his face. I'm rhyming now. I gotta think of another rhyme. Shoot, I can't think of. I couldn't think of another rhyme. I could never be a rapper. Ooh, bopped him. You know, this happens with my teammate a lot. Is he bops the heck out of us. But again, if your blocker's hitting you like this, you do have to just kind of let yourself drop so that you're not breaking your ankle. You know, don't try and land on it. Ooh, hello. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Leal gets it through. Fourth set. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Oh, good fade route. Oh my gosh. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Holy crap. Let me see this one more time. Oof. It's a nice route. Good dig by Micah Ma'a. Look how he drifts over. As this guy's fading away, he drifts with it. He drifts with the route. It's a really nice defensive move. As that dude's body's going over there, chances are he's also going to swing over there. You know, so. I mean, that's kind of easy body language stuff. You know, that's pretty simple. But, you know, sometimes you just don't think of it. And this is what I'm talking about. Being able to just go underneath somebody. It works on those huge blockers. Look at how high up this guy is. He's blocking almost at the height of the antenna, okay? but yet it goes underneath, you know? Leal solo block, no. Good dig by this guy, though. Good read. Yeah, and on a solo block, I said this last video, if there's a solo block up there, if there's a solo block up there, pretty much do whatever you want, read, because with a solo block up there, there's not that much space getting taken away from that hitter. You can read around the block, obviously, okay, but that blocker's not going to be able to take away that much, okay. But with a double block, then it becomes more systematic, so to speak, okay, because now when there's a double block up there, he only has this sharp line right on the line. He has over the top deep to that corner, he has sharp cross, okay. You know, yeah. And like some people can't go OT, so that 6 spot just needs to stay deep and get everything that's off the hands. Warsaw, man. Warsaw's a good team. This is a nice serve. Really like this serve. Especially if his tendencies if his tendencies are to spin serve that into this seam or like into this area right here, and then just breaking one of these off, like this guy's going to start cheating slowly in the game, and then you can just break one of these reverse floats toward right here. If you can do that, that's beautiful. Obviously, it gets them out of system right here, and then they're probably going to lose that point. Never mind, okay. They give themselves a good chance, though. You know, like, I feel like with men's volleyball, even getting people out of system, we're still going to find a big swing, usually. Oh, hello. Oh, my goodness. First of all, liberos be aggressive in the seams. Second of all, this is not the libero seam. I would say this is the outside seam. Right over his left shoulder, pretty much. Like, he can take one step and take it, you know, with his hands. But still, liberos, back up your boys. Don't trust anybody, you know. Great swing. And, you know, I assume that Micah Ma'a's plan is to, like, force him to hit line here. But I'm not sure. Who knows? Who knows? Bang. See a ball. That one's nice. Flutter. Right in the hands. Like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about here with, if you mirror it on what happened on that ace right here, is like this is right on that guy's right shoulder. He takes one step that way, and he's going towards the setter too. That's why that this 5 spot should take that seam that's inside there, and this 1 spot should take that seam that's inside there, because it's going towards the middle of the court. Like the momentum is. Because throwing the ball away from where your momentum's going is difficult. You know, it's not always easy. So hopefully that makes sense. He saves it. It's still a good ball. All right. Well, I said earlier, when does dropping your hands ever work? It worked. It worked. A crazy situation like this, where this guy has zero vision. This guy's not going to be able to see the block very well. Yeah, okay, fine. It works. But I still would say, on a percentage standpoint, it's not going to work that much, okay? But you guys do whatever you want. Oh, yeah. I love when you're running this route. I love drifting. Personally, I like jumping kind of sideways and drifting into that route a little bit. But then, like, I love it when they lead me into where I'm drifting as well. You know? And then, yeah, it's going to be a kill all day. All day. Balads with a miss serve. We're missing serves out here. You already know it. Leal, good pass. In system. Going back here. Look at the motion of his hands here. Bang. It's not dipping in front of his chin. Okay? It's here to here. Okay, let's see that one more time. Slowly, here to here. It's just a small little dip, not a big one, not small dip, and then launching the fingers upward. And, you know, I think I think that's where some youth coaches miss on fundamentals is back setting, you know. And I mean, I don't know a ton about it, but I feel like a lot of people don't. And I mean, this right here, he's pretty much pulling his hands right here. These guys can't expect it. These defenders can't expect that you're going to pull your hands. If you pull your hands and they blast it through and just hit somebody in the schnoz, that is completely your fault. So please don't do that. And also, it's just like unpredictable. Like you're not going to be able to see that usually. Oh, beautiful. And if you've gotten into a situation, in a previous situation where he passes a ball and he's transitioning from here, he did swing cross. That's why this guy, probably why this guy dove a little bit in cross here. So Leal, knowing this, blast it down the line. Okay, got to mix up what you're doing. It's not going to work 5 times in a row unless the team that you're playing is really bad. You know, if you're playing against a good team, you're going to have to switch up what you're doing every single time, you know, usually. Off the hands for sure. Very nice. That sneeze really made my nose a little drippy. A little runny. Sorry guys, this is gross. It's just itchy now. I've said this before, just throw your hands at the ball. Throw your hands at the ball in an upward motion and you're going to be fine. It's going to be upward. You're going to be just fine. That's what I'm starting to work on more, is just throwing my hands at the ball. Whether it's down low or if it's up high, I'm just throwing my hands at the ball. And, you know, we're learning how to like shape your hands when you're throwing your hands at the ball is important too, but you're going to get more touches if you're just throwing your hands at the ball. Well, I'll miss that second serve there, but he obviously got an ace on the first, so I'll take that trade all day. But, I mean, for example, like, he swung around the block here, but these guys are shaping where they're playing defense based on where this block is, okay? So if they would have pulled their hands, then it just leaves a bunch of space open. You know, and, like, it's pretty hard to tell if someone's gonna truly go for your hands. Again, really nice swing. And look at where he jumps from, okay? He jumps from here. He needs space from the net so that he can swing line. That's something that I struggle with. If you didn't already know, I'm not the best at swinging line. But I will be. I'll figure it out. Ooh, good touch. It's a nice touch. It's a really good touch. That's why, you know, like, defenders, especially on a back row ball, not many people are hitting right here, okay? Not many people are hitting right here. Not many people are hitting right there. You got to get deeper. Got to get deeper on defense. Because the plus, first of all, the swing is usually going to go deep. But also, if someone gets that touch, then you can actually play that ball. You know, like, covering that short ball does you no good. Standing close to the 10-foot line does you no good, okay? Ooh, hello. Love that transition. Tells him to go deep corner. Libero takes it. It's a triple block. Gets over there. He runs the A ball from the 5 spot. I love that. Let's get the kill. I think he got the kill. That's cool. That's fun. That's Brazilian volleyball right there. Brazilian, which year was it? Was it 2016? Maybe 2012. The Brazilian team was doing that like mad. Like doing stuff like that like mad. Like just better than everyone else. They just handled the chaos and flowed really well with each other, just fluent with the game. Like someone's fluent in a language. Brazilians were just fluent in volleyball. Like, oh, this situation accounts for this. Okay, I'm going to do this. This situation, oh, I've seen this before. I'm going to do this. You know? Oh, I've heard this Spanish word before. I'm going to say this in response. You know what I mean? See, this right here, this is much better defense, okay? He's deeper. He's getting himself inside for that pipe, because if I'm going for this on this type of route, it's kind of tough. If I'm being honest, it's kind of tough. It's easier for me to just go straight forward. But good defense again by Micah Ma'a. And look at the reaction. He's ready, and then he just goes for it. Beautiful. Another. Yep. If you see him look at you, I'm jumping with that middle all day. Pops it up. Oh my gosh, what happened? I don't know if he's set in the middle of the pipe. I think he's set in the pipe, but he messed it up a little bit. Kevin Tillie, you dog. You dog, you. Yeah, he wasn't over. He was fine. He's just reaching high. He's just a tall guy. Again, if you're not deep, then something like this is going to score on you, because that's a very diggable ball, it looks like. But like off that block, like that's most of the time the blockers are going to get touches like that more often than they're going to get touches with like a kill block, you know. So you kind of have to, no, you not kind of, you definitely have to stay deeper so that you can play those touches instead and account for those touches way more, because those are good touches. Those are really good touches. That good slowdowns gives your team a really good opportunity. So you got to play deep so that you can use those. Hello. All right, we got Ankara on game point. Let's see what they do here. Dimes it, goes outside with the middle. Oh yeah, with the inside route. Love it. That's good. That's good. Finish the game. Why not? Gives yourself a good chance, especially if you're in system. Why not run it? All right. Thanks for watching.